there, Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my partner, Ambrosia. Ambrosia,
Hi.
how are you doing this evening?
I am fabulous. Okay, the best part about I can't believe we're already in November, but the best part about October or like Halloween being over is
Uh-huh.
that all the discounted candy. So right now I'm
Right?
currently munching on this ghouls mix peanut M&Ms. So I couldn't be any
Ooh.
better.
Ooh, that looks delicious. Yeah, oops. What did I do here? I'm posting in the wrong groups. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm posting as I'm like talking and I'm like looking. I'm like, ooh, wrong group. That's got to get deleted.
At least
Anyway, so
it's
how's it going, Ambrosia? We've had a really cool week. Tons of cool stuff has happened. But since the last time I seen you, anything cool happened? I know you went somewhere.
yes, I gotta go to Comic-Con again, which was awesome. I haven't been in even prior to COVID. I
Hmm.
didn't go the year before because Colorado made a lot of changes. Colorado first used to have the Denver Comic Con, and that was huge. Like they were doing so good. Like every year, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And then everything went on with like San Diego and New York, like basically saying like no one else could use the Comic Con name.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
So
craziness.
then they went to the Denver Pulp Culture Con,
Hmm.
or Pop Culture Con, and it wasn't that great. And so I hadn't gone the year prior, and then COVID hit, but now it's the Fan Expo Con. And it was
Yeah.
it was just so good to be back. Like safety measures were awesome. They didn't check for vaccine cards, but everyone had to be masked at like all
Okay.
times. I didn't even see anyone wearing it incorrectly. And so many
That's
people were
cool.
so creative with
Hmm.
their masks and like tying them into their cosplays, um, which was really neat to see. And it was just so good to see a community of nerds again in person.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm glad that you were able to go and do something like that because how I miss cons so much, Ambrosia. And I'm sorry, I look like I wasn't paying attention. I was
Oh my
sharing
gosh,
and
stop.
everything out. I did things a little differently. I didn't push it out to a couple of different places, so we're getting less people watching now. But anyway, yeah, I miss cons so much. But something amazing happened this week that it's a little bit closer to me maybe venturing outside of my house unless I keep my self proclaimed agoraphobia. 'Cause I don't want to leave the house, Ambrosia.
Really?
but anyway, yeah, I don't want to leave the house for anything. Anyway, that's a
No,
different
I get it.
story. We'll talk about we'll have a therapy session about that later. But no, my we got news that kids from 5 to 11 can receive the vaccine, and my son is 11, so now we're like getting on the horn and trying to get him into a place where we can get him the vaccine because that's one
Good.
of the biggest. He's been so excited. We've took him out of school and he's been doing homeschooling kind of stuff, and he just wants to hang out with some friends, so like in person. So
No, I get it. It's so hard. And so I'm so excited for like my nieces. My niece is 5. She barely made the cutoff. But she is in kindergarten and she's in person and they're all wearing masks and everything. But like she has been the amount of emails my sister has received from like
uh-huh.
your daughter may have been exposed. It's just so
Oh my
stressful.
gosh, it's so scary.
It
It's so
is.
scary, Ambrosia. When you get something like that. We are fortunate enough not to. I mean, I don't want to say fortunate enough because we love our teachers and we love that what you guys do because you guys are amazing. And you guys definitely need the more recognition than what you guys do receive.
Thanks.
But we've opted to take my son out of school, and he actually loves it a lot better because he's learning a whole lot more, and he's getting a better he's getting more like one-on-one type stuff that he needs, and it's really really good. And it seems kind of weird because it's virtual, but he's getting more one-on-one opportunities where unfortunately you are like someone like you're stuck still in school after everybody's gone home, so you can't like have that one-on-one time with the kids. So
No,
it's so hard. It's so
I
hard.
wish. And especially like I work with kiddos with learning disabilities, and
Uh-huh.
I want to be able to provide more of that one-on-one time. But
Yeah.
if our country could get their poop together, would be fabulous, and we could have smaller classrooms and um, less on teachers, so we could actually uh, provide that to every student.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I agree. So so Ambrosia, did you get to watch anything fun over the weekend?
let me think about that. I tried to get caught up on. I tried to watch all the scary movies I could
Oh, so
before
cool.
during Halloween and stuff. So that's when I watched because I think we talked about how I never saw Scream before. So I watched Scream 1, Scream 2. I fell asleep during Scream 3, so I need to rewatch that still. So I watched a lot of Scream, and a lot of like Jason and the original like Freddy Krueger and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But no, I was supposed to go see Dune, but everyone's movie
Okay.
tickets were at like 10 p.m. and I can't stay up that late. So I opted out on Dune, but I need to watch it. But it's on HBO,
It's
so
so long. Like if you're gonna go see Dune where you have some time and pay attention. Especially if you read the books,
mhm.
you'll probably really that's even more if you've read the books, you'll love this. If you're not a big huge fan of the books, then you probably
Um,
just, I will say this as somebody who um just who hasn't read completely into all the books. um I will say it does a very good job, but it's really long
that's what I
and
heard.
kind of slow in the beginning, I feel. It's good. It's a good movie, I feel. But with all okay, here we go. Here's my 2 cents. Amber.
Oh, let's hear it.
In the weeks prior to the release of Dune, we had the director talking about Marvel and movies and DC movies being cut and copies pastes of other movies, right?
Mhm.
And then I watched Dune, and then I'm just like, okay, dude, I understand, I get it. You are an amazing artist and an amazing director, but what you did here does not that doesn't give you the authority to say what you said about other movies and other people's work.
See, I must have
'Cause
missed that. What did he say?
he just said that Marvel movies and in superhero movies are
Oh, we're just
cut and
copying and
paste
pasting.
copy and
Yeah.
pastes of other movies and of other genres or their own movies. So it's like
Oh,
basically saying that every director and writer who had anything to do with it was basically kind of, I guess I took it as him saying everybody that was involved was kind of lazy.
yeah.
So
No, I could see that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Um,
that's what I took. My own personal opinion. I don't feel like he had the authority the authority to say anything about anybody else's work. So
nope, I
let's
get
just
it.
leave it at that because I have an unpopular opinion about Dune.
Ooh,
And
let's hear it.
no, I'll get my
Y-
geek card pulled again, Ambrosia. Listen, I
You
get my geek,
can't.
I
You
get my
can't get
geek
your.
card pulled every
You
week.
you can't get your geek card pulled if you don't have one.
Oh,
Just kidding.
wow. Thank you. I know way to remind me, Ambrosia, that it's been taken at least twice now.
I
So
know.
I'm
See,
like
so
in the negative. I have to like step it up a couple times to get it
but
back.
but that's like the beauty of some of these conversations is that we all have different opinions, and we have yeah, yeah. No, I think you should say. I think you should say.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I
Go.
I did not like Dune very much, and I thought it was just a bore.
I heard that from some people. I heard that from some people. I do have
Like
the
the
books, but
best.
I haven't read them. I know that I've heard people either love it or they're
Mhm.
not a fan of it. There's like no in between.
Yeah.
Um, and
I
I
guess I
just
could say I'm in between because I hate to love it and I love to hate it. I guess I don't know.
yeah, no, I get it. Well, that's why I couldn't see it because my one of my good friends said that they saw it and they just it
No,
was a
see
little
it.
tough
No, go
to get
watch it.
into, and
Go
I
watch
was
it.
just like, I don't know if I could stay up. Like if the movie starts at 10, and if it's
And
like
then
at
three
two and a
hours
half,
later.
yeah. And so like my husband went, but he didn't get home until like after 2, and I was like, yep. I don't think I could have hang. I'm not cool anymore.
Yeah, nope. You probably got some real good rest that night, though.
I watched. I think that's when I watched like my Freddy Krueger movies,
I
and
guess you could have just watched it at home, with them and put it on pause.
yeah, yeah. I probably would have fallen asleep to be honest.
Yeah, I did.
Um,
It took me a couple of days. Listen, I'm gonna tell the truth. It took me a couple of days to get, actually multiple days, and maybe that's why my opinion of it is like it's such a bore because every time that I would get into it, I had maybe like a crying baby, or I had to go help change a diaper, or I had to go, help somebody do something, or there
yeah,
was something that got me pulled away from it uh, that it felt like it was just so long. It was even longer than the almost 3 hours. What is it, like 2.5, almost 3 hours long?
yeah,
Well, like it felt like it was even longer than than the length that it was.
I was gonna say, do you feel like it was longer than the Snyder cut of um Justice League?
See, Snyder Cut was long too, but it didn't feel long because they had lots of action. Dune was really good, but I'm gonna tell the truth, or tell my point of view here, and my perspective on my opinion is the best part of the movie was like literally the last 15 to 20 minutes of it. Maybe I'll say a good 30 minutes of the end of it there.
I was gonna say the end credit scenes.
I don't think I remember seeing the end credit scenes, honestly. I think I was like, oh, okay, good night. So I was up for like 3 hours. I'm good. But yeah, I sat through it in like 3 sittings. That's how
Yeah.
long it took me to watch it.
Oh, I also watched the Netflix series You. Have you heard of that one?
Oh, I think I have. I haven't seen that.
I
I haven't seen it.
I liked it a lot. It's like Dexter meets I don't know. It's like very Dexter XS where
Okay.
uh he's basically a serial yeah, he's a serial killer.
You
Um
know what I did see was I saw that new Aquaman series that they did.
oh, they have a new Aquaman series?
You didn't see the animated one? What is it? What's it called? The Aquaman and the Throne of Atlantis. No, what is it called? It's the one that they announced at
Oh,
Fandom.
DC Fandom.
Yeah, I watched a like good couple of episodes of that. I mean, it's funny, it's good. I don't hear anybody else talking about it though. So
I have, and I think I say this every week. I have a really hard time. I've always had a really hard time watching animated series.
yeah.
Even as a kid, my older sister is 8 years older than me, and so whenever it came to the TV, like we had one TV in the house, and I never got to choose what we watch. So, as like a 5-year-old, I was watching like Celebrity Deathmatch and like Daria. So that
Yeah,
would be like
nice.
my animated series, but
There you
I
go.
never got to
So then,
experience like
so then you really loved MODOK then, right?
I
It
loved
took you back.
Boondock so much. That was
Because it took
one
you
of
back
my
to
favorite
something like
series.
that. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes. With the what is it like the
the
clay
claymation
animation?
they called
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
see, and that's probably why I enjoyed MODOK so much, and it was very um yeah,
It was good. It was pretty good.
yeah. I liked it.
You know what else is really awesome and kind of I almost wish that this would have happened a long time ago, Ambrosia, but there was an announcement today that Todd McFarlane is going to be launching McFarlane Films. It's a new television division of his
Oh,
production his production company. This was really interesting, but I feel like it could have happened a long time ago, and it should have happened a long time ago, because there could have been so much great stuff coming out already through them. Um,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I
Which
mean, this is really cool.
But he's also like expanding, like that was the big thing like this year and the next couple of years, his
Mhm.
expansion of Spawn. And so
Yeah,
last week they came out with Spawn Gunslinger, issue
yeah,
number 1, and I think they're also looking into making it into television.
mhm.
So
Yeah, possibly.
I'd be excited about that. I haven't read Gunslinger yet. I have like that's on my list to complete.
I have not started that one either myself. I need to jump on that one. But yeah, this is really interesting, because looks like he's got some projects in development from the Reno 911 co-creator,
Ooh.
Thomas Lennon, graphic novel author Sean Lewis, BoJack Horseman producer Shadow Machine, and more. So really
All right.
interesting. Also, I think I've even got some news here about a series. So I guess they have a deal with the production house, WIIP, with Mayor of Easttown. So that could be possibly one of those things that's gonna be coming out of there. This was really interesting. Pretty cool. What do you think about that?
Cool. Um
I
I
I'd love to see. I mean, I'd love to see some image, or some type stuff coming out of there. You know what I mean? Um, but are we gonna get anything coming through his film company? You think any image stuff?
uh I I would like to. I would really like to. I would like to see like there are so many good comics that and something that I've learned this year why I enjoy independent comics so much is their ability to become like almost more they're made more into like media
Mm-hmm.
than like the actual storylines than DC or Marvel. And so I would love to see like some crossover stuff or um some what else has Image been doing recently? I feel like I read a lot of Image, but I don't know. Let's see.
I don't read a lot of their stuff either,
Oh,
so I'm
oh,
not too sure.
Primordial, which comes out issue 2 came out this week. That would be really cool to see. And okay. I would actually like to see some really cool stuff. Like, so there is this comic called The Silver Coin, and that's really cool. Like, they do short stories of this magical coin, um, which I think that would be like a fun. It would be like a cool like Goosebump series
Mm.
or like Goosebump times 10 or not times 10 but a little up or they have this other really good one called The Me You Love in the Dark. I would love to see some media from there.
That'd be cool.
And The Walking Dead also came from that, and I did get this weekend I did get caught up on The Walking Dead Deluxe comics, which has been really
Okay,
cool to do.
that's really awesome.
Yeah. But have
That's
you watched
cool.
anything this week? Oh, you said Aquaman.
Yeah, so I watched Aquaman. What else did I watch? I finished some. What did I finish? I forgot what I finished.
It was so good,
It
you
was so
forgot?
good that I forgot. No, but I started. Okay, I jumped on that whole bandwagon because I was like, okay, now it's time to start a new show. Because once I try to like have maybe two, maybe three tops shows of what I'm watching at a time, so that because if I don't, I forget one of them. Like this one, I'm like I finished one, but I forgot what it was because I'm watching like two or three or four of them at a time. So I'm trying to slow down on that, and so one when one finishes, I start a new one. Right now, I'm kind of slowly going into another one. So I started Shadow and Bone. It's actually a
Oh, what's
really
that?
interesting,
That sounds really
or
familiar.
I think it's Shadow and Bone. I think that's what it's called. It's on Netflix. Like, see, I don't even know because I got shows that I'm watching on Hulu, Netflix, and like all another.
HBO. Yep, I got it.
But it's actually pretty good. So the synopsis of the story is that there's these places that there's this big huge cloud in between that separates like a east and west kind of part of like there's like a lake in between or something like that, right? So it separates them, but you go into there, they call it the fold, and it's dark, but they have these like creatures, these like eldritch kind of creatures inside,
Wow.
and you know they are attracted to light and stuff like that. But these people have like powers and stuff. People have like
Oh.
earth, like it's like earth, wind, element, like fire, water, element type stuff, powers and stuff, kind of like
Are you?
Avatar kind of stuff.
I was gonna say, are you sure you didn't watch Avatar?
No, it's not. It's not Avatar. So it's very similar. I found very similar type of stuff, and but it was really cool. And it's really interesting because somebody comes through, they find that they have a power that could dissipate this whole entire thing. So it's a really interesting story, and I'm really interested in watching it. I really like those kinds of stories where it kind of brings me into that kind of world,
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
that mystical kind
Um,
of stuff.
have you watched Lock and Key?
I watched first season, Lock and Key. Second season is back. I listen. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm scared, Ambrosia.
Why?
That last episode freaked me out. I'm like, okay,
Well, I haven't finished season 1, so
you have okay,
no, I just started it.
okay. So I'm
I
not gonna
well,
say anything then. No, it didn't freak me out. I'm just saying I'm gonna watch it.
well, I hope I get freaked out. I would love to get freaked out.
It's really good, and it's really cool. Um, I like it a lot. I'm thinking of starting that one again, but I did start. That's why I haven't started Lock and Key, because I started watching. What the heck is it called?
You got this. I believe in you.
It's the one with the priest at
Oh,
Midnight
Midnight
Mass.
Mass.
So I
Yeah.
just started Midnight Mass.
How do you like that
Um,
so far?
it's creepy. That one
That's what I
creeped me out.
heard. My
Like,
mom
it
watched it.
creeped me out. Like, I was watching it in the middle of the night one night, and I'm like, where I have my desk in my office, it's like right next to the window, and I'm like, I'm in Arizona, so it started to cool off. So I opened up the windows, and I'm cool, and I'm like sitting here at my desk watching the show, and the first moment that they show any kind of creepiness, I'm like, whoa! I'm like, it literally got like I haven't had this happen in a long time. Like the hairs on the back of my head, like
Really?
on the back of my neck popped up, and I'm like, yeah, that's nope, and I have not went back to watch an episode. Well, I watched like 2 more
Interesting.
episodes, and I was like, I can't finish it. Nope. If I'm gonna do it, I'm not doing it at the end of the night.
Okay, I need to check it out then because I enjoy those.
Do you really like to be frightened and stuff?
It
Oh
takes a lot
man.
for me to be frightened. Uh,
Okay. See, I
like
have really vivid dreams, Ambrosia. I can't do it.
so do I, and it's so weird because then like I'll wake up and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I thought you died in my dream," and then I'm like, "Just kidding,
And
it was just a
you
dream."
were like getting up and ready to have a party. You're like, yes. Oh, I thought you died in my dream.
Oh, you're here. Dang
Oh,
it.
you're still
No.
here.
I don't know why. I think we've talked about this a little bit. Like I grew up in a paranormal, like in a haunted house, and I
Okay.
think that like really like to the point where we had to move out of the house, and that really like spiked an interest in learning more about it. So I think I watch them more as like a comfort.
So did you have a ghost
We had 2.
imaginary friend?
Ugh, unfortunately. That's how we found it because my little sister was like 2, like when it all started. And
Okay.
she would always
I gotta
talk
know.
to like this
I gotta know
imaginary
more.
friend. She would always talk to uh like this like to someone and I'm like, "What who are you talking to?" And she used to get so upset that like I couldn't see this friend that she was talking to.
Well,
And it was terrifying. She just like bring a chair and like put it to the wall and just have conversations with her little boy. And then
oh,
we found out
oh
later and
gosh.
we all saw this little boy like multiple times. Everyone in the house had saw him at one point. Like, he used to wake up my mom. He used to call her mom. Like, he was super comforted, like, by my mom. And then we found out later that someone did die in the house it was a little boy who had cancer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we had 2 spirits. We had
I'm
one, the
scared
little
now.
boy, and then we had a negative spirit that wasn't so nice.
He says Ambrosia has 100 tattoos and teaches all day. Nothing is gonna scare her. Right. She lives
That's
it.
accurate. That's accurate. Middle
That is
schoolers
absolutely correct.
in themselves, they're frightening.
That's awesome. Well, that's absolutely creepy, Ambrosia.
Oh, yeah. So I think I watched it because I'm like, "Look, I wasn't the only one."
That made the hairs on the back of my arm like it's like oh. See,
Ugh.
I like okay, listen, I can't do creepy. I'm really really bad. Like I'm traumatized.
Well, that's
I told you why, right?
no.
Because my grandmother she lived across the street from an orchard, an orange orchard. And I don't know if you guys have driven through like the orange orchards. Like they are acres upon acres of like trees and dark trees and things like that, right? And they usually the homes that they have on these orchards are kind of usually like set inward from like in the middle of the property, and the trees are surrounding the place.
Mhm.
So sometimes you see lights coming through, or like you see vehicles driving through, so it's even creepier, you know what I mean? And your
Mhm.
random noises. And my grandmother lived across the street, and this was, you know, just a 2-lane road. And they loved to watch creepy horror movies back in the day. And these are back like they used to watch, you know, when I was a kid. This was around the time when all the good horror movies came out, right?
Mhm.
So creepy.
I will
Like
say that
I'm not gonna watch that stuff.
those do creep me out because I grew up on a farm. And so same thing, like corn
Mhm.
stalks all around you. So like Signs, the movie Signs scared me
Yep.
because
Yep.
of like the scene of the alien coming out of the corn
Mhm.
stalk. It was like
Yep.
stuff like that that would give me like the heebie-jeebies.
Uh-huh.
Of like what's
I'm getting it right now because I remember looking out the front of my grandmother's house across the street into the orchard and thinking I'm seeing things move. And it's like, yeah, it's creepy. Yeah. Nope.
yeah,
Nope. Nope.
but
Nope.
that makes sense because like I embraced it while my little sister, she like refuses to even like talk about it. Like
Oh,
she like if anyone comes like she shuts that down. Like she
that's funny.
refuses to watch like any scary movies, read any scary books, like anything because of that. So like I embraced it, she did not.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh, well, we talked a lot about that stuff. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
love it.
that should have been our
Our
spooky Halloween
spooky
special.
season conversation, right? We talk about it the afterwards. But Amber's another cool thing happened, and I have no segue to change this at all.
Ooh,
Sorry,
I
guys.
could probably think of one.
Sorry, guys. But we got a really cool. We got a couple of really cool trailers. Have you seen them, Ambrosia? Have you seen the Book of Boba Fett? Have you seen that one
No,
yet? You haven't seen that one. Have
no.
you seen Morbius?
Yes, I saw
You
Morbius.
saw
I knew I
Morbius?
saw one.
Okay,
Yes.
let's talk about Morbius before we get into the Book of Boba Fett, because and maybe if you I could probably pull it up and we can watch
Yeah,
Book of
let's
Boba
do it.
Fett together or something. But
Yes.
but how did you like I mean, you've seen the teaser before when they first teased it, when they first talked about it, right?
I forgot that this was even a thing because I feel like they've been
Right?
teasing this forever.
Forever,
Um,
right?
I love Morbius so much. I think they've been teasing it for like the past 3 years because I remember I was specifically looking for the Spider-Man comic of the first appearance of Morbius before it went up in like value. However, it was already crazy high back then, which was like 3, 4 years ago. But
Right.
I'm not the biggest Jared Leto fan.
Okay.
Um, and especially like his so I don't like Jared Leto, I'll just put it out there.
I'm not a big fan of him either, but I will say I think he was meant for this role.
I would agree with that. Like, he was
Like,
definitely not meant for the Joker. Um,
no, but he
but
was
and
meant for this role.
I 1,000% agree. And so I am so excited to see him in this role. Like, I really think that he's gonna bring Morbius to life.
I hope so. I really
Like,
hope
pun
that
intended,
we see
kind of.
something. I really hope that he's going to bring something really cool. But how did you? Okay, so what was your reaction when you first watched it?
Well, for one, I was super excited because, like I said, I even forgot that
Hmm.
Morbius was a thing. I feel like I said, it was just teased for a really long time. So I was super excited. And then, even though we had that teaser, when did we have that teaser?
A while back, I think it
Yeah.
was. I think it was even before. Was it before or just around the same time that that Far From Home came out? Right.
Uh,
I think that's when they were teasing it. I can't remember.
I don't even. I feel like it's been forever.
It's been a
So
long time.
I
Because there was so much stuff delayed and all that stuff. I think it was supposed to come out a little earlier. Um, because but did you catch some of the Easter eggs in there
no, I
with the
only
Sinister
watched it
Six?
once, and I didn't get to like dive into it
So
and
so
rewatch
I
it. What are
suggest
some of the
going
Easter
go,
eggs you saw?
I suggest going and watching like going to YouTube and doing a search of like Easter eggs for these things. Like people will go and just on YouTube and do the Easter egg hunts for you, and they'll just talk about it, so you don't even have to worry about it. Um,
I used
because
to do that for like all of like the WandaVision, the um
I'll leave it up to the
every
I'll leave it I'll leave it up
okay.
to them because that's a lot of work.
Oh, a
And I won't.
1,000%. I don't know how they have the time to do that. So I give
I'm gonna
kudos to them.
listen.
But
We could do it all day long, Ambrosia, as long as we're gonna get paid for it. I'll
this is
do it
true.
all day long.
This is
I'll
true.
do it. But
What kind of are you kidding me? By the time I'm done with it, like there's will be already like 6 videos up of people
that's what I was. That's why I'm
doing
like,
it.
I have. That's a lot of work. So I'll leave it up to them.
What were some of your favorite Easter eggs that you saw?
So obviously we saw tombs in there. That was a really cool one because the nod to the Sinister Six. Also, I really love that part where he says I'm Venom. He's like, no, just kidding. That was pretty good one.
Yes.
Those are the obvious big ones, right? Um, and we saw. I think you and I actually reported on our we did a while back where we talked a little bit about when we saw the Spider-Man on the wall and it says murderer or whatever in the background. So
Mhm.
so that we still saw that, but I think there's some new ones in there, but I'm gonna go back and watch some of the Easter egg videos that people put together to kind of see where they are,
Okay.
um, and see what's going on. But yeah, they were pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And then when is that supposed to be released?
Let me see. I don't remember. Let me see if I don't think it has.
I
I
think
don't.
that's why I also take everything with a grain of salt and I try not to get my hopes up.
January 28th, 2022. So that's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, like saying that we're already in November, it's not that far away.
No, it's not that far away at all. It's
No,
been out. I mean, it's been ready for theaters for a long time now. I'm sure.
really?
Yeah, it's been delayed. This is one of those those movies that was part of the whole pandemic delay.
Well, and that's probably why I forgot that it was even a thing. Cause
Mhm. You know what? I got something that nobody's ever forgotten about because there's news, Ambrosia, that
I love news.
we might be getting a Boondock Saints 3.
I've never seen the first one.
Are you kidding me, Ambrosia? Oh my
No,
god.
no, I told you if it wasn't like
Ambrosia,
a
we
part
are
of. I watched Scream.
who's able are you guys able to pull Ambrosia's geek card?
Yeah, is that a geeky movie?
Well, people geek out about it, yeah, because after this movie, I mean, listen, this movie when I first watched it, this movie was like one of those like low budget, like cheesy B kind of type movies, but it's actually really good, and there's a lot of really great. Well, it's not a B movie. I will say that because they have some really great actors in there, and I won't talk down on them. But it wasn't like a blockbuster movie, and that's what I'm trying to say. but because how everybody's watched it and how everybody's fallen in love with it, everybody has just become, and this has become like almost like a cult classic kind of thing, and everybody loves it anytime there's anything that has to do with Boondock Saints. But
Oh.
I will say, because there was this kind of excitement too when there was news about Boondock Saints 2, and then people got real upset because they didn't really like how they handled Boondock
Oh,
Saints 2.
Norman Reedus is in there?
Yeah, that's that's one of the reasons why we're talking about this, because it's
Excuse
flip over
me?
Norman Reedus, right?
I flip over Norman Reedus. Like,
And you've never
I
seen Boondock Saints? This is where he.
no, I
This is
watched The
where
Walking
everybody fell in
Dead.
love with Norman Reedus.
Really?
Ambrosia
Oh, well,
and what's his name? Sean
I
Flannery, I think his name is, right, or Sean
and Robert
Patrick Flannery.
who else? William Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe's in this one as well.
Oh,
Yep,
I can't
yep.
believe that Norman Reedus was in there.
You have to watch this movie. You have to, like, tonight. It's
Okay.
so good. It's so good. Check it out, because and then watch number two. Number two is not as good, but I'm
I
really
think that's
hoping.
like the common thread.
I'm
That
right. I'm really hoping number three is gonna be better. So
cool. Do you think Norman Reedus will be in there?
in what? In
In
the
the
three?
Boondock Saints 3. Does he
Oh,
live in the
oh yeah,
first and the second one?
yeah. They do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
then
believe.
I will watch it for Norman Reedus.
Watch it, Ambrosia. Watch
I
it.
will. Let me see if it's streaming on something.
Do you know? Yeah, go for it. So we've been talking about getting your geek card pulled here.
You can pull her.
Here you could pull her Norman Reedus love card because of this. Yeah, that's true, Ambrosia. If you were a true Norman Reedus fan, you would have watched this, and this would have been like,
Okay. No, okay. That came out in 99. I was not allowed to watch those type of movies, okay? But I was allowed to watch Daria and the Boondock
That's
Saints.
funny.
I mean, Celebrity Deathmatch. But
There
why
you
does
go.
it only have a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know, because this
Like
is a freaking awesome movie. That's horrible.
Norman
Norman
Reedus,
Reedus
nothing hurts
Valentine
less.
cards.
Okay, I will be honest though, because I had a late start as well. I should have a lot of my geek cards removed because I feel like I jumped late on everything except for like Spider-Man comics. That was like the only thing that I
Yeah.
was normal on. But I didn't actually start I didn't actually start watching The Walking Dead until we went into quarantine. Like that was
Don't say that
when
out loud, Ambrosia. No.
I did, and it's recorded because, and I specifically remember like everyone was super into it like
Mhm.
years ago, and
Yeah, years
two,
ago. Now
I
it's
get
over.
no, oh, it's still going. I get
Well, the
this is
show's
like
still going, not the love.
no, no, I still have a love for it, but this is like one of my I get emotionally connected to characters too quickly. That's why I love The Office so much. I love like the stupid shows because no one dies in there. And then I remembered I tried watching The Walking Dead, and then Maggie's daughter died, Sophia, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. I can't cry anymore. But then I just had to do it. I just had to do it. And it was the best decision because I love The Walking Dead, and now I love Norman Reedus, and
Yeah.
now I
You
am
know what?
a.
You know
Does that
what?
make me
Nobody
a
loves.
fangirl?
Nobody loves pulling geek cards, right? But we keep talking about it, and this next story is definitely going to get my geek card pulled
Uh
because the Iron Fist co-creator says that he approves of Finn Jones's Danny Rand in the Iron Fist, and
Wait, what?
I agree with him.
Wait, let's start over. Say that again.
The Iron Fist co-creator approves of Finn Jones's Danny Rand in Iron Fist,
And you agree?
and I agree with him.
Okay, explain. I need
Okay,
evidence.
everybody hates Finn Jones as Danny Rand. They all say that they hate his Iron Fist, his portrayal of Iron Fist, and so many people have said that that was the most horrible Netflix Marvel shows.
I
So,
agree.
so and I loved it. And everybody that I tell, they want to pull my card.
It's not his fault. Iron Fist was bad. That's true. That's true. I'll be honest. That was one of my least favorite shows.
I liked it. Listen, my least favorite, and here we go. Here we go. Unpopular opinion again. My least favorite was Jessica Jones.
Okay, I can't stand season 3. That's not
Yeah,
my
the last
favorite.
season.
Season I didn't even finish the last season, but season
Mhm.
1, season 1 was so good.
Season
I
one was really, really good. Season 2 was good, and then season 3, you're just like, all right. Um,
Yeah,
but but I liked. I liked Iron Fist. But listen, here we go. This is what the co-creator said. He said, yes, there were some problems with Iron Fist, but he said that he completely and fully supports Finn Jones casting as the Immortal Iron Fist. Because he says he's a great actor. He does great stuff. I agree, he does great things. But everybody's so many people have so many differing opinions of why they don't like
but
his portrayal of Danny Rand.
but and this is where we try to find the positive in everything. That
Mhm.
somewhere someone connects to him and that character.
Mhm.
And some people, I haven't found them yet, but I'm sure they're out there, love Finn Jones as Danny Rand. And that could be someone's, like I said, I haven't found them. Oh, I found him. That could be someone's favorite show. And so I can't poop on their parade because if that makes them happy, but it's not my personal favorite. But I'm glad it's yours.
Thanks, Ambrosia. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. I
Now,
appreciate the approval of me doing. So we got another crossover going on over at the Arrowverse with the Flash. Have you seen this one? Have you been keeping up with the Flash? Because I kind of fell off a long time ago.
I fell off before it even started.
There we go. Then this is
So
not even worth it because
I I told you when it comes to okay, I'm into the know when it comes to comics. I'm
Mhm.
out of the know when it comes to anything media related.
There you go. And that's why you got me, Ambrosia.
Yes, because you give me great advice about Finn Jones.
There you go. You know what, Ambrosia? And
I'm just
that
kidding.
means that means it's time for me to get out of here because it's time for Ambrosia's
Oh,
pool list. All right, everybody. This is the part of the show where Ambrosia breaks down her pool list.
yes, and honestly, I'm a little happy because my uh my wallet is a little better this week. There's not a ton of Marvel at all that they put out. So it will be a good week. I mean, it's a
Awesome.
good week when I'm overloaded. However, like
There
I
you
said,
go.
at least I could pay rent. So thank you.
There you go.
All right. So we have War of the Bounty Hunters, Star Wars, issue number 18. The cover of it looks fabulous. We have Han Solo and Carbonite. We have Boba Fett. We have Princess Leia. It looks good. And then crossover that actually came out last week. I don't know why I had it up this week. Star Wars Bounty Hunters issue number 17 through Marvel. I talked about Primordial earlier, but issue 1 was amazing. Issue 2 comes out this week, and this is written by Jeff Lemire, who he's done a book called Maze recently as well.
Mhm.
And he did the whole Sweet Tooth run and a lot of other fun stuff. But this whole primordial concept. Like issue 1, like I said, was so good. So I'm really excited for issue 2. The Me You Love in the Dark, amazing story as well. That's through Image. Radiant Black I fell off of, but I need to get back into it. I have them all, I just haven't read them. But issue 9 comes out this week. Human Target through DC Comics, issue number 1 comes out. Marvel's Amazing Fantasy, issue number 4. The Silver Coin, which I was talking to you about, which would be like the Goosebumps book. Issue number 6 comes out today, as well as The Walking Dead issue number 26, which is like the deluxe, and I finally got all caught up on those. The Joker Presents a puzzle box. There is a Batman and Superman The Authority special issue number 1 this week. However, I'm probably going to pass on that. Let's see what else is there. Crush and Lobo issue number 6 comes out. That's been a great story. Icon and Rocket issue number 4, which is the milestone through Image, or sorry, through DC. Soul Plumber from issue number 2. Issue number 2 came out from DC. So I think I have a lot more like independent issues than I do Marvel and DC. But let's see. We also have Cherry Blackbird issue number 4 that comes out through Scout.
Yep.
Yeah, I think not terrible this week. Not terrible.
Yeah, we got a handful of books here. I got a video. I don't know if it's gonna play. I hope it'll play. Let's see. For the books that are coming out from Scout, let's check it out.
Yeah, let's hear.
It didn't work.
No.
I don't know why it's not working. But anyway, we got By the Horns number 7, and it's, it looks like it's not working. We got By the Horns number 7, Cherry Blackbird, track 4 of 5. So there's only one left. So make sure if you guys are collecting these, make sure you grab that one too. And then you have Epic Tavern, Tales from the Fantastical Crimes Unit, and then Snatched number 3, as well as No Ghost in Hiroshima, and that's the graphic novel. So that is its full collected edition on that one.
Snatched, like I never thought that would be such a concept. But it is.
Right.
It is.
Yeah. I gotta finish reading. We're only on 3. I've got 1 and 2, and I definitely gotta read number 3. But yeah, it's a Ambrosha, give me a quick synopsis of the book really quick.
I only have issue 2. They didn't have issue 1 at my comic book store. But imagine there was a drug ring, but for hair, and everyone wants hair, and so they snatched and
that's
that would have been a perfect time to have Manscaped come in and talk.
Right. That would have been a perfect time, Ambrosia, but oh well. We missed that opportunity, dang it. Oh well. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you doing that and grabbing all those books. If you guys, I don't think we got any coupons or anything going on right now. I gotta check, but I don't think we do right now. We will soon. We have some really cool stuff coming up for you guys very, very soon. Ambrosia, I'm really enjoying By the Horns. You guys got to check that one out. If you guys haven't checked,
I haven't started it yet.
So freaking good. And then Cherry Blackbird's insane. That one's like
that one
insane.
Is definitely. I felt so naughty buying it because it comes in like the
poly bag.
Yeah, and I was like, I was like going to like the comic book store because I didn't have it on my pull list yet, and I was like, don't tell my mom.
Don't tell my mom. Oh yeah. Those poly bags, you almost feel like you don't want to open them. You're like, I want to peek though. You always want to peek.
Well, I never realized that's like what polybags were, like some
Mhm.
like the reason why. I
Yeah,
just thought like some comics like came like that. And
that's
then
just
I was like,
cool.
oh, 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 okay. I understand now. I get it. This was like what like people this is why the Playboy like why they were always in the I never understood it. And now I get it. And now I'm
Yep.
like, forgive me, Father, so for I have sinned.
So another one that's supposed to be really, really good is the Tales from the Fantastical Crimes Unit.
I like the
I'm
title so
It's
much.
so cool. I'm gonna read it, and we might do some stuff on it, talk a little bit about it. But it's you guys should check it out. If you guys aren't, and none of these are on your list, you guys are definitely gonna want to put these in your pool because or go back and grab them. I'm not sure if they've been released on Scout website yet. Last time that I checked, they have not been released yet, but they should be released very soon on the web store. So keep checking. And if you please don't be upset with us. We are very sorry if they're not. It's
Don't
been
be
a
upset
very
with me. Joey said it.
yes, yeah. It's
I
out
didn't
of
say it.
our hands. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us right here on Wednesday Warriors. Ambrosia, please
Hi.
let everybody know where they can find you and all that good stuff.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ambrosia_Linda, as well at TikTok. Sorry, I
Did you
forgot.
did you
At
forget?
Comics and Cupcakes. I had to look at my thingy. Thank you.
She's got a cheat sheet in front of her, guys. I'm just
I did. I have to use my accommodations. This is why I teach SPED, so I could teach people about accommodations and modifications. It's part of my IEP.
Uh-oh. She's talking
I'm just
about teacher stuff.
sorry.
All right, was that done? Were you done? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm done. You can find me. I'm Comics and Cupcakes on TikTok.
And then you can find me at Joey Galvez 84, and you can find us at Wed Warriors Live. That's WEDWARRIORSLIVE on Twitter and anywhere else. You can find us just by typing in Wednesday Warriors Live. Make sure you put that live because that's a common name. Sorry, when we weren't thinking. It's all good. We are your Wednesday Warriors Live. Thank you, Ambrosia, for hanging out with me right here. And make sure you guys head on over to scoutcomics.com and grab something because they got some great stuff. And we have some amazing stuff coming out from you guys. So if you guys want to follow me and Ambrosia, follow us on our all of our social media, but make sure you guys follow scoutcomics.com or follow Scout Comics all over their social media because me and Ambrosia do some awesome stuff over there. We handle the content, and we are trying to do our best. And we hope you guys are enjoying the content that we are putting out. So we will see you guys next time. And here we go. This is what I'm always waiting
Thanks,
for. I
Chris.
always wait. I can't finish this episode without making sure that our buddy Chris at BTO Back Books gives us an applaud and says thank you. So thank you, sir. We appreciate you. And if you guys want to listen to Chris and Jerry, head on over to Professor Frenzy, and that is you just type that into your Googles or to your favorite podcast player. They drop an episode every Wednesday talking about all kinds of amazing indie comic books, and they just do some really cool. They just have a discussion about the books that they love. So make sure you guys do that. They are amazing guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us right here on Wednesday Warriors. We'll see you guys next time. Ambrosia, thank you again. You're awesome. You are.
We are awesome, even though we have no geek cards anymore.
There you go. There you go. We'll see you guys.